Hello, everyone. Welcome all of you to another 60 minutes of English improvement brought to you by the best place on the planet to learn a second language. We are verbling.com. We are a global community of language learners, and I am so happy to be here. I am so happy to be part of the English teaching team here at verbling.com. My name is Geoff Watson, and I come from Canada. And just like you, I am an English student. I have been studying and learning Spanish for 7 years now. Wow. And so I know what it's like to be in your situation. I know what it's like to learn a second language as a teenager or an adult. So this hour, we are going to be doing some reading. We are going to be doing some listening, and we are going to watch a short video. Now, these class materials have been provided by VOA. This is Voice of America. VOA, as they are called. VOA is funded by the American government. It is a public broadcaster. And so when the students have time to join the class, we are going to be reading the introduction of the article. We are then going to watch the video, and the video is really great for beginner students because you will be able to see the person's face. They will be speaking slowly and clearly, and you will also be able to read the words that they are saying as captions that are shown on the video. All right, and so what I would like to do is just to quickly show the tools that we will be using this hour. First of all, and it's very important, we ask that all students turn on and turn off their microphone, like this. So please, if you can keep your microphone muted or turned off as much as possible, of course, unless you are speaking. And you also have access to your microphone underneath your video image here. And the other tool to use is we are going to be watching a YouTube video. Now, I will be doing two things. I will be showing the video with the YouTube application, and we will be watching it together on the Hangout. And I will also be copying and pasting the link to the YouTube video here in the Verbling chat box. So let's get started with our topic. So, hey, Bru, hello, welcome. How are you?
Hello, Geoff. I am fine. How are you?
Good. And what I'm going to do is, because I was not able to upload the document to the website, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to copy and paste our article, the text, the words, I'm going to paste this into the Verbling chat box. And so that people have access to the text that maybe is easy for them to read, and also so that you will be able to copy and paste the text into an online translator or into an online dictionary. So, Ebru, could you please introduce yourself to this class, and could you begin reading our document for us?
Okay, but I can't get the document. Yeah. Want to lose weight? Try counting calories.
Okay, great. And anybody can turn on their microphone and ask me about the questions. So what we're talking about is, you can ask me any questions. We're talking about losing weight, and we're talking about counting calories. And so people can look up those words if they don't know what those are, or ask me. And could you continue from here, please, Ebru? How many calories?
I can't see now.
And then maybe if people are having trouble with the share screen, they can go to the text that I have pasted in the chat box.
I can't see in the chat box.
Oh, no?
No,
Okay, that's
I'm
too bad.
sorry.
All right, so you cannot see the chat box, or you cannot see the text?
I can see, but I cannot see text.
Okay, all right. So do you see the text now on the share screen?
Yeah. Yes.
Please go ahead.
But it's want to lose weight. Try counting.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, well, I have moved it down. So
Thank
what
you.
I'll do is no, sorry, I have. So I'm going to move on, Ebru, and I'll come back. Yeah. And so Flavio, are you there?
Yes,
Yes. Welcome, Flavio. Where are you connecting from?
I'm from Brazil.
Okay, could you please read the text that's in the share screen, please?
Want to lose weight?
Oh, okay. And now, no, sorry. What, can you see the text in the chat box?
No, I can't see the text.
All right. I'm not sure what's happening here. I'm going to
Okay.
go to the chat. Oh, can you see it now?
How many calories we eat appears?
Appears.
Sorry.
Appears.
Go ahead, please, Flavio. And if I
Okay.
could ask everyone else to please keep their microphone turned off so that we don't have the noise in the classroom.
Okay. Okay.
So Flavio, go ahead, please.
How many calories we eat appears to be more important than what we eat when we eat too much. There was the
Finding.
finding of a new story that should be satisfying to anyone who counts calories for weight control.
Okay. And maybe I'll get people to read short pieces. And so, do people have any questions about the vocabulary here?
Satisfying? I don't know.
Okay. Now, so this is where people could perhaps look up the word in a translator, but to be satisfying means to make people feel good, happy, content, if that helps.
Yes.
Yeah?
Thank
Okay,
you.
good. And so the people will be happy. And again, just if I can ask people to keep their microphone muted or turned off, please, unless you are speaking. So what is the information here? Could someone tell us some more information, please?
It's important.
Yes, Ebru?
Eat too much, not calories.
Okay. But okay, now thank you so much for your participation. You know that is important, but you know how important that is to me. How much I love it when the students participate. But how many calories we eat appears to be more important than what we eat.
And how much?
No, but I guess calories has to do with the quantity of food that we are eating.
How many?
How much, or sorry, how many calories are we eating? So thank you so much, but let's keep working on this. What's important if people want to lose weight? Or if they want to control their weight?
We have to count calories.
Yes.
Instead of
As opposed to, yes, sorry, Larry, go ahead, please.
Yeah, and instead of taking into account how much we eat, we have to look for calories that we drink.
Okay, now, but in English, and I'm Canadian. Now, in English, usually calories is how much you eat. It's a measurement of how much you eat. So we're not talking about how much. We're not talking about calories. What are we talking about? It's more important to count calories than to look at, sorry, Ebru?
What we eat. It is
what
important.
we eat.
Ice cream.
Okay. All right. So this is the idea, but thank you, everyone. This is not an easy idea to understand. So again, for me personally, eating calories is a measurement of how much food you are eating. Okay. And so, great. We're talking about people who want to control their weight. Right? So, any questions about the vocabulary?
No.
Okay, great. So, I'm going to move on to the next person, and that is Fernando. Hello, Fernando. Now, your sound is very poor, Fernando. You may want to turn off your video. Okay, try that. Okay, sorry, I need to speak to Ricardo. Are you there?
Yes.
Yes, Ricardo, I'm sorry, but you need to keep your microphone turned off, please.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, and just to turn on your microphone when you are speaking. Thank you. And so, are you there, Fernando? Ricardo, hello?
Yes.
Could you please turn off your microphone?
Okay.
Thank you. So go ahead, Fernando. Now, so I'm sorry, Fernando, we cannot hear you. So I'm going to move on to Flavio. Hello, Flavio. Flavio,
Hello?
are you there? Yes,
Yes,
hello,
yes.
welcome. Could you please read this for us?
Yes. More than 1 billion adults are overweight. The World Health Organization calls obesity a global epidemic. Government research have just reported their latest estimates for the United States. The good news, obesity rates have not increased much in recent years. The bad news, they have
Yeah, and
decreased air.
yeah, it's very yeah. Flavio, I'm sorry, but the sound, your sound is very poor. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Could you continue though, Flavio? I can hear you now.
Yes, more than on
Decreased.
third,
Yeah.
more
Good.
than on third of adults were obese in 2009 and 2010.
Okay, good. Thank you. That's
Okay,
much better.
welcome.
And so one
One,
pronunciation, one,
one,
decreased,
decreased,
obese,
obese.
perfect,
Okay,
estimates, or in this case, estimates.
estimate,
Okay,
estimates.
okay, perfect. And
Okay,
so what's the information in this paragraph? Could anyone please, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the screen share here, turn off the screen share. So I would like to encourage everyone, please, I would like to get input from all of you to help me to review the information in the text that we are reading. So you can use your own words to describe the information, or you can point to important sentences that contain the interesting or important information. Could someone please give me a piece of information?
I have a comment, Geoff.
Okay, Ebru.
Yes. Obese people in United States in recent years, obesity rates have not increased.
Okay, good. They have not increased much.
Yes.
So what does that mean?
It's good news.
Oh, it's good news, but what does it mean that they have not increased much?
Not grow up.
Okay, now thank you again. Remember, I love it when students participate, but they have not increased a lot, but it means that they have gone up maybe a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's more or less good news. What's the bad news?
It means before it's grown more than now.
Antonio, no, not necessarily. No, not necessarily.
Okay,
They're
thank
just
you.
talking about recent years, and the rates have not increased much. That would tell me that they have increased, but only a little bit. And another comment from people? Could someone review the statistics here?
One
I think
third
there is.
of
Yeah, so sorry, I'm going to go to Samir. Hello,
Yes. Hello.
welcome.
I think there is bad news and good news.
Okay,
The
yeah,
good news, it is the obesity. That's mean
obesity,
obesity. That's mean the fat children.
yes, to be very overweight.
Overweight children. They have increased in the recent years, but not decreased more than.
Well, sorry,
Yes.
I agree with you. I have heard that obesity rates in children are going up. But that information is not in the story here. Really, they're saying that, how can I describe this? What they're saying is, I'm going to turn off the screen share. And again, please, if people can keep their microphones turned off, please. We end up getting a lot of sound in the classroom, and the Google technology does not allow you to hear the sound that's coming from your microphone. So when you are making noise, you don't know that the sound is coming from you. And so what has happened, it looks like, what has happened to the rates of obesity in the United States is that they have gone up a little bit. So in recent years, the rate of obesity has gone up a little bit. And so on one hand, that's good news because it hasn't gone up much. But on the other hand, going up a little bit is bad news because it did not go down. They did not decrease. And so we're looking at the same number and we're saying, well, it went up a little bit. So that's good news in one way and it's bad news in another way, right? So let me bring the document up again. And could people please point out or indicate some of the important information that's in the document?
Yeah, from a statistical point of view, 1/3 of the adults were obese in between 2009 and 2010. This is most important.
Yes. Okay. So, wow, we're talking about 1/3 of who?
Adults.
Where? You're doing a great job, Larry. Thank you so much. But let's see if we can get this information. No, sorry. I think they're talking about the United States here.
But I think
Because
the World Health Organization, it's something
yes,
international.
yeah. No, I totally agree. But they're talking about, where is it? Government researchers have just reported their latest estimates for the United States. And so the information changed here. But thank you so much. What did the World Health Organization say?
Yeah, obesity global.
Sorry? Could you say that again, please?
They call the obesity as a global epidemic.
Epidemic.
Yeah.
So a very serious problem. And what is the statistic globally? Anyone? What is the statistic about obesity in the world? Is there... I'm sorry, Larry?
Epidemic.
It is an epidemic, right?
Yeah,
it is a major health problem. And how many people are overweight in the world?
More than 50%.
Sorry.
More than 50%?
No, sorry.
More than 1 million adults.
Well, sorry, but it's more than 1 billion.
More than 1
Yeah.
million. For
Okay.
that is an epidemic.
Yeah, I mean, and let me put the number in the chat box. We're talking about 1
billion.
Okay, so I think this is the number here. 1 billion adults in the world, according to the World Health Organization, are overweight. Now, that is not the same as obese, but it is a very serious problem. It's everywhere. And so, yeah, let's keep reading. Great job, everybody. Now, I know that it's not easy to understand everything that is written. So great job, everybody. So I'm going to get the next person to read this, and I think that's Larry. Is it your turn to read? Larry, is it your turn to read? Hello, Larry, are you there?
Lamy.
Yes? Is your name Larry?
Lamy. L-A-M-Y.
Lanny. Oh, I'm sorry, Lanny. Yes,
No,
okay, it's hard to read. Lanny, could you please read the next paragraph?
Okay. Anyone who has ever tried to lose weight knows there are all kinds of complex diet plans. Some tell people not to eat carbohydrates, others say not to eat fats, still others say to eat more protein or to eat less protein.
Okay, great. So, how are we doing with the vocabulary here? This has lots of excellent vocabulary. And I just wanted to help you with the pronunciation of weight.
Weight.
8. Yeah, weight.
Weight.
So what's the information here? And just Lanny, if I can get you to turn off your microphone unless you're speaking. And Flavio as well, please. If you can keep your microphones turned off unless you are speaking.
Okay.
But please, I would love people to speak. So what is the information here in this paragraph?
There are so many diets.
Yes, good, perfect.
Yeah, carbohydrates or protein.
Okay, so people say don't eat carbohydrates. What else do they say?
Yes.
Sorry, what else do they say? Who said that?
Don't eat fats.
Right, great. So you need to avoid fat. Okay, yes. Don't eat fats. All right, what else do they say?
Eat more protein.
Okay, yes. All right.
But not eat meat.
Well, okay. Now that doesn't necessarily say that here, but I agree with you entirely. Meat is a major source of protein. And what do some other people say?
Eat less protein.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So
it's
this is this is the idea of where you say there is so much conflicting information. Do people understand that word? It is conflicting. Okay. Opposite. Yeah. So this is crazy. And so this this is a major problem for anyone who wants to lose weight or control their weight. So let's continue and find out what we should do. And so, yes, Lanny, sorry.
Yeah, you can consider me from the people that looking for lost weight.
No, I'm sorry, Lanny. Could you say that again, please?
Yeah, I said you can consider me from one of the people that looking for losing weight.
You are looking for ways to lose weight?
Yeah, I hope so.
Okay, perfect. Well, I think there is some good advice here. So, Omar, hello, Omar. Omar, are you there? Omar Aziz? Okay, and so I'm going to move on to Ricardo. Hello, Ricardo.
Hello?
Yes, Ricardo, could you please read this paragraph for us?
Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
Omar, I'm going to, I'll come back to you in a minute. And so, Ricardo, go ahead, please.
Dr. George Bry at the Pennington Biomedical Research Center in Louisiana led the new study. He wanted to know if proteins affects weight gain. 25 healthy adults were in a study. They were overfed by almost 1,000 calories a day over an 8-week period.
Okay, great. All right, so, and I just wanted to help you. When you see BIO, I think it's always pronounced biomedical.
Biomedical research.
Perfect. So, could people, and again, I would like to get everybody participating. So if everyone could please look for one piece of information that you think is important. I'm ready. What is happening here in this part of the story?
The Dr. Brian is investigation now about the new diets.
Okay, fantastic. This is a study, doing a study, or he is researching it, or you can say he's investigating it. So, what is it about?
A study about the
Sorry, go ahead, Flavio. Or I'm sorry. Oh no, Antonio.
History. Yes.
I'm sorry, Antonio.
No, it's a study about the protein effect.
Yes, and what? It's about protein and
protein affects
weight gain.
Weight gain. Good.
Weight gain. Yes.
People understand what weight gain is.
Weight gain.
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 And people understand that? It's the opposite of losing weight? Okay. And then, so what was the study then? What did they do?
They used 25 healthy adults for to do the study.
Okay, great. 25 healthy adults were involved in the study, and what did they do to them? I would like to do this study. I will volunteer for this study. What did they do? Do you understand?
I think we gain almost 1,000 calories.
Now, sorry, what did you say? They gained?
Yeah.
Or, well, but do people understand the verb to overfeed? Who can explain overfeeding?
Overfeeding is maybe eat a lot.
Yeah, eat too much.
Eat too much.
Yes, good. It's a verb, to overfeed. And so essentially you feed a baby, or you give food, or you feed animals. And so the scientists overfed the people in the study, all right, by 1,000 extra calories every day. Okay? For how long?
8 weeks.
Okay, good. Two months. That sounds great. I like that. Okay. And let's take a look at some of the results. So where are we now? Oh, yes. I was going to go back to Omar. Yeah. Go ahead, though, Lenny.
Could you go back a little bit, please?
Yes, sure.
Shall we say 8 weeks or 8 weeks period?
Okay. Now this is a good question, because this is what we're talking about, and this is the article. an 8-week period. So this is not 8 weeks. It's an 8-week period. Do you understand?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, thank you. Good question. Good question. All right. And so...
Is the same
yeah.
2 months?
Yes. Yeah, it's the same as 2 months. No, he was just asking about the specific spelling of it. So that was great. Omar, are you there? Hello, Omar. Okay, so sorry, Omar. I'm going to move on to Samir. Samir, could you please read this for us?
Okay. Calories in food, a measure of energy. The people followed diets with low, normal of high levels of protein. Normal was defined as 15% of energy from protein. Dr. Bray says all of them gained weight,
Gained.
gain weight, white fat storage was exactly the same with all the three levels of protein. It was the calories that they ate that affected the body fat that they stored.
Okay, great. Let me just put here for pronunciation. And so you have EIGHT. This is the number 8. And, sorry, then you have, whoops, you have 8. So 8, 8, 8.
Fast.
Well, but what I'm saying is the pronunciation is exactly the same. 8, 8, 8.
Is it the past of it?
Eat, yeah.
Yes.
And so weight.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. And
8.
so, yeah, weight and 8.
Yes.
Very similar sound. And so could people comment on the study here? This is a little difficult to understand, but let's work through it.
Maybe here the doctor makes 3 different studies
Good.
with low, normal, or high levels of protein.
Okay, good.
Here we study the effects with the normal study.
Oh, okay, no, but sorry, he separated the people into low, normal, and high levels of protein.
Mm-hmm.
But what did they give to each person? Remember, these are the 25 healthy adults. And what were they given every day?
Calories. 1,000 of calories.
Good. Well, could you say a little bit more?
Extra.
Yeah,
1,000
extra calories a day. Okay, good. Then everybody received 1,000 extra calories a day. But within the group, some people received low amounts of protein, normal amounts of protein, and some of them received high amounts of protein. And so then after 2 months, what were the results?
We consider 50% of the of normal peak is considered. Sorry.
Yeah, that has to do with the study, but it doesn't talk about the results. I would like to ask people to explain the results to me.
Okay. Could you show us the result, please?
Yeah, can someone help me with the results?
The
I think
result
white.
is
Yeah, so sorry, Antonio?
yes. The result is the people gain weight.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah, everybody gained the same weight. What about fat? How much fat did they gain?
All people?
What fat it
Sorry?
was exactly the same.
Yes, good. All right.
Okay.
So
Yes.
it didn't matter whether they had low levels of protein, normal levels of protein, or high levels of protein. All of them gained the same amount of fat. Okay, and so what is he saying then? What caused them to gain weight?
The calories.
Yeah, okay.
If you eat calories, you will gain or
You will gain weight.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay. Now, there was a little bit of a difference with one of the groups, and if I can go to, I'm going to go back to Antonio. Antonio, could you read this for us, please?
Yes. Those who ate a higher percentage of protein gained more lean body mass. Dr. Braid says the opposite happened on a low protein diet. If your protein intake's low, you'll actually lose body mass even though you are eating an excess amount of calories.
Wow. Okay, so what did they say here? And I know this is a little bit difficult, but let's work through it here.
Here, this paragraph talks about the other two studies.
Sorry, it's all within the same study though. And just let me turn this off just for a second. So I welcome everyone to the class. We have some new students, and first I just want to talk about the fact that this is an English class, and so you are welcome to ask about vocabulary, what words mean, what expressions they are using. Okay, this is a really good opportunity for everybody to learn some good English vocabulary. And we've talked about a study where people were overfed 1,000 calories a day, and everybody gained weight, and everybody gained the same amount of fat. Okay? So that's the most important result. That's separate. Now we're talking about another situation, but dealing with the same group of people. The same group of people. All right, the same study. So let's go for it again, please. And I'm here to help you. So, for example, what is lean body mass? This is a term that's used quite a bit in everyday English.
I think they increase the body mass. Am I right?
Yes, but what is lean body mass, though?
It's
What is it exactly?
directed to, or I don't know how can I say it.
Yeah, so sorry, lean body mass is our muscles.
Yeah.
It's muscles.
The real mass, the difference in between fat and real mass, right?
It's the opposite of fat. Lean, say if you eat meat, you can eat meat that's fatty, that has a high fat content, or you can eat lean meat with very little fat. And so lean body mass is your muscles. They're more or less talking about your muscles. So what happened to the group who ate a higher percentage of protein? What was the result with them?
Increase their muscles.
Yes, they gained more lean body mass. All right? And what happened to the people who were on the low protein diet?
You lose body mass, right? Lean body mass.
Yeah.
They lost their muscle.
The opposite happened, meaning they lost body mass. And so, wow, I don't know if people have heard of the diets that tell you to not eat protein, or, well, anyways, let's continue. So
something like,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, but go ahead, please.
Do you know about the diet about the bodybuilders, right?
Yes, okay. Bodybuilders?
Yeah, it ate a lot of protein, right?
Yes, good. All right. And so if your protein intake is low, what will happen?
Lose body mass.
You will lose
Body mass.
lean body mass. Let's put that here. Lean body mass.
Lean body mass.
Okay.
Lean, right? Lean,
Yeah.
lean.
Yeah. Sorry, lean body mass.
Even you are eating the same amount of calories.
Even though what? You're eating an excess amount.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because remember, in the study, everybody was eating an excess amount of calories. They were eating 1,000 extra calories every day.
Wow.
Okay, so your protein intake, how much protein you eat every day, it sounds like that is important. Okay, so let's continue here. And let's finish the story here. So where were we? Ebru, could you read this for us, please?
Yes, sure. He tells his patients to weigh themselves regularly so they can know quickly if they gain weight. His study appeared in the Journal of the American Medical Association.
Okay. Could you read this for us, please, Ebru?
Yes. Dr. Darish Mozaffarian at the Harvard School of Public Health studies the relationship between diet and conditions like heart disease and diabetes. Diabetes. He says, we don't need to go down a list of avoid this, avoid that. Become, food police.
I'm going to get you to stop there. Thank you. And so, because that is a good expression that we use in English. Okay, and so let's move on from the final advice. He tells patients to weigh themselves regularly. People understand what that is, to weigh yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. What do we use to weigh ourselves?
The balance.
Yeah, and usually we use a different word for this. Anybody?
To lose their weight.
I'm sorry?
To lose their weight.
No, not to lose, to know. To know their weight?
Check.
Yeah, to check your weight, to know how much you weigh. So you weigh yourself. Oh, sorry. Just let me get back to it. No, someone said a balance, which I understand, but that's not the word we use usually. We say a scale, a bathroom scale is quite common.
Barren scale.
Okay,
Barren
so
scale.
the scale is the main word. All right, great.
Sorry, weight scale is the same, no?
I'm sorry?
Weight scale is the same?
No, the scale is the machine that you stand on. Do people understand that? I'm going to get a Google image of this. Just give the computer a minute here. I'll come back to it. But this is the little machine that you stand on to weigh yourself.
To know your weight.
To know your weight. To know how much you weigh. Perfect. Yeah. Okay. So, sorry, let me just copy the image here just so that people understand. This is a scale or a bathroom scale. Okay, great. So then now we're talking about someone new. We're talking about Dr. Dariush Mosafarian. What does he specialize in? Where does he work?
Harvard School of Public Health.
Okay, yeah. So this is a very prestigious institution, the Harvard School of Public Health. So he sounds like an expert. And what does he investigate? What does he study?
The relationship between diets and other things like diabetes.
Yeah, so and the pronunciation diet. Yeah,
Diet.
good. And diseases, medical conditions like heart disease and diabetes. Okay, because I think there is a very clear connection between your diet and your risks of developing heart disease or diabetes or other medical conditions. All right, and so what does he say?
He says,
Good, go ahead.
we don't need to go down a list about eats, avoid this, avoid that. I guess this is about foods.
Yes, good. Thank you. So you don't need to become like the food police, all right, where you have rules and regulations.
What is the food police?
Yeah, so this is where you're watching everybody saying, you can't eat that, you can't eat that, you can't eat that, okay, to avoid eating things. So this is interesting because is it true? Most people say you need to avoid this, you need to avoid eating that, don't eat this, you can't eat that, right?
Police food is the same the mule or butterfly.
Sorry, this is
donuts.
the food. Sorry, this is the food police.
Food police. Is the
These
same
are...
the donuts or coffee?
Oh, okay. No. That would be police food, with a stereotypical police food of drinking coffee and eating donuts. No, but that's something different. To be the food police means that you're watching everybody saying, you can't eat that, stop eating that, don't eat that. Okay, but this doctor is not like that. Are we good? Do you understand?
Yeah, I like that.
Food is prohibited.
Yeah. Yes. Good. He doesn't talk about prohibited food. Okay. What does
Prohibited.
he
Okay.
what does he advise? So what is his advice? Let's go to Flavio. Could you read this for us, please?
Yes. What?
It's really actually.
Okay. It's really actually mostly foods that should be increased. It's fruits, vegetables, whole grains, fish, vegetable oils, and the nuts. He says increasing these 6 foods by about 1 serving each day would reduce obesity and help slow the epidemic of obesity-related diseases.
Okay, great. Obesity.
Obesity.
And sorry, it was maybe increasing. And whole grains. So the W is silent. Just think of pronouncing the H. Whole grains. All right, so what is this doctor saying?
The solution is
Antonio?
the solution is in the fruits and vegetables.
Okay, good. And what should we do with foods like fruits and vegetables? Oops, sorry.
We have to increase the food like vegetables and fruits to be in a good shape and healthy.
Yes, good, excellent. It will, according to the doctor, it will have 2 positive effects.
When people
obesity disease related to the obesity.
Yeah. Okay. So you're going to reduce perhaps the obesity-related diseases because you have reduced obesity. Okay. Great. And other comments from people?
When people ate fish and vegetables, is better for your body, for you are healthy.
Yes, great. Now, do people know what whole grains are?
Whole grains.
Do you know what nuts are?
Well, grains are beans, lentils.
Ah, okay. Now, you might be correct. I don't think that lentils are part of whole grains, though.
Beans.
Well, now I don't think beans and lentils are considered whole grains, but that's a very good idea. I think whole grains are wheat and oats and barley. So in Canada, it's very common to buy whole grain bread. Bread made with the whole grain, meaning the entire grain. So whole wheat, we often say.
Is it a brown bread?
Sorry?
Is it a brown bread?
Yes, good. Yeah, brown bread. Yeah. And so we're talking about wheat and oats.
Yes.
You can look up these words, wheat, oats, and it's not refined. It is the entire grain that is put into the bread. That's why it's brown. Okay, great. And so...
integral bread. Integral bread.
Yeah, but we say whole grain bread. Yeah, whole grain bread.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the word that we use in English. And so that's the end of the article. And so I'm not going to bother playing the video, but because we only have a minute. But just, is there anyone with a final comment? What do you think? What two things are you going to do after reading this article?
I will stop eating.
The article.
I will stop eating.
You're going to stop eating? Uh-oh, okay. No, that's a problem.
I think making exercise more important than diet. You have to make exercise with
okay.
the diet.
All right.
Yes.
Now that's your opinion, and I agree with your opinion a lot. Yeah, being active, I think, is very important. But according to the document, what should we be doing? Two things.
I will avoid the fat.
Sorry, it didn't say to avoid anything. Sorry, Samir, I'm going to be tough here. What did the article tell us?
Eat more protein, less calories, and just try to eat vegetable, fish, and whole grain.
Yeah, okay. So more fruit, more vegetables, more fish, and eat a good amount of protein. And count calories, because if you're gaining weight, what is it?
Lean muscle, body muscle.
No, well, sorry, maybe, but if you're getting fat, what's happening?
It will, you will get obesity-related disease. Yes.
Okay, and you're eating too many calories. Okay. Good work, everybody. Bon appetit. Happy eating. And I'll see you soon.
See you next class.
Thank you, teacher.
Yeah.
See you later.